Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Mad Shad. Every day, never forget, there are Americans still trapped in Afghanistan. And winter is upon them. It's a dire situation over there. It is definitely a humanitarian crisis now. Oh, it has been for quite some time. A lot of these Americans were there trying to, do, who knows what, help with, making Afghanistan a better place, if that's possible. But they tried, right? They tried, and there's some others that did some stuff too. But there is hope. There is hope. Just been looking around and see who is actually helping. And there's quite a few, actually. And I've made some posts. Please check out my post, one about Project Dynamo. And it gives a good insight. Even though it is Fox News, at least they are talking about it. Even though Blinken is basically saying, oh, yeah, sure, we're doing everything we possibly can to get people out. Yeah. Right. Sure. But there's some other ones. Project Dynamo. I've posted there. Let's see who's Matt Edwards, Project Exodus, Scott Mann from Task Force Pineapple. Yeah, you guys know that one. Matt Nilsson from... No, let's not use that one. Zach Nunn and Jesse Jensen from Task Force Argo. Now, these are nonprofit, veteran-owned organizations that are actively in country and trying to get people out. But it's not as simple as you think. Think of Afghanistan as a barren wasteland surrounded by a barren wasteland. So it's a long, hard road to get out. And yes, the numbers are wrong that they've been touting. A lot of these folks are saying, yeah, I've got 30,000 applications. Now, granted, there's a lot of, other people that are foreign nationals that lived in the country and helped, that worked for the government, for the United States government and other governments too. And they were promised asylum after, if they had to leave, as a contingency. Basically, they were working for their citizenship, kind of, in which they did. And I agree that should be honored. Those people should be, that promise should be honored. But, our Americans come first, right? Biden, of course, has not. His honor is to I don't even know the numbers. I think it's close to 200, 300,000 and climbing of just any Tom, Dick, and Harry that wants to come to America and, is could be a tango, could not be, doesn't really care. We all know it's about replacing migration. Anyway, so... yeah, and they just want that whole American thing to just go away. Oh, there's nobody left there. Everybody that got out wanted to get out. Everybody that's staying, they wanted to stay. Bull fucking shit. These groups are literally housing these folks, getting them to safety, and the best that they can do on some of them is get them close to an American embassy out of a country somewhere, like Italy or somewhere like that, so that they can plead their case. Can you imagine that? Being an American trapped abroad, trying to get back into your own country, and you have to plead your case, prove who you are, all that craziness. That's what they're facing. And it's a lot of waiting around and standing around, and that eats up resources. That waiting is what really eats up the resources, because you're sitting there. You got to eat. You got to have a place to stay. And we're talking about men, women, and children. That just compounds the issue, right? So these groups, I think they're legit. Definitely legit. And they're working hard. But they work off donations. So, if you got money, send them some. Some notable ones that I found. Project Dynamo, they're kind of by the book kind of thing. Most of this has to be by the book, right? But there's just not a lot going on in a poor ass country like Afghanistan. There is ways to get out, sure, but there's not a lot of help. And the State Department is actually denying direct flights into America from Afghanistan and surrounding countries. So, but these folks, and that's another big deal, is trying to get all the paperwork, together. Because you were promised all this stuff. You had the paperwork, they had the paperwork, and all they had to do was just contact you, go, hey, let's roll, get on the plane, let's go. Well, things get lost, things get destroyed on both ends, and so, yeah, so Project Dynamo, Project Exodus, Task Force Pineapple, Task Force Argo. These groups are nonprofit organizations, and they're doing the work on the ground, getting it done, and they need our help. So every day, never forget.